Hello people, this is your host and host Kranti once again back with another what if, and today our what if is what if Deku, our boy aka Zuku Midoriya, had anti-magic. Yeah, I love Asta from the Black Clover series because his power is like super amazing. Sorry for the background noise, there's like some construction happening. Yeah, so essentially this is gonna be how our what if's gonna be. It's gonna be essentially like anti-magic is gonna be anti-cork, because in My Hero Academia universe there is no such thing called magic. So he's gonna have like anti-magic aura that Deku has, that Asta has, not Deku. He will have it as like a cork, and he will not get any grimoires or stuff like that. Instead, he can wield like anti-magic or anti-cork weapons. He can like imbue certain weapons with his like anti-cork aura, and he can fight with it, and he can have like anti-magic or anti-cork armor. Yeah, that'll be cool, like anti-cork armor. Oh yeah, that's pretty dope actually. Not gonna lie, that's pretty damn dope. So yeah, I mean, he's gonna get the cork, or he's gonna get it's gonna be like Asta died in his Black Clover universe, and he's now reincarnated into like My Hero Academia universe, but his magic, anti-magic, transforms into anti-cork aura. So he will have like a grey hair and stuff like that, and Asta's build. So yeah, essentially people think that he's corkless. He's even like diagnosed with having no cork, because anti-cork is not a cork. Okay, it's not a cork, it's anti-cork, like anti-magic is. Like Asta doesn't have any mana, he won't have any cork gene in him. He's anti-cork. That's why he has the aura of anti-cork aura. So yeah, he is essentially like that. And Deku, so because of that, Deku has like Asta's optimism, and he's like does the push-ups, pull-ups, 100 push-ups, and he does like the push-up, pull-ups, and he drinks plenty of juice, and he has the body like our boy Asta does. Like he's ripped. He's like ripped. He's like a miniature Asta after the time skip. Before the time skip, yeah, he's ripped. Like he's like ripped, super ripped. So yeah, he's ripped, and he is like going through that, and he has like he has that confidence of Asta. No matter what happens, I won't give up. I will become the #1 hero. Stuff like that. So yeah. So Bakugo, even if he tries to bully him, like Asta takes it, and he's like, hey, listen to me, Bakugo. You listen to me. It doesn't matter what you think of me, but I will become the best. I will become the #1 hero. I will become the Wizard King. Oh, wrong anime, bro. I will become the next symbol of peace. Can you dig it, sucker? Why am I doing WWE punk? Recently I've been watching like old, like Attitude Era WWE wrestling reels. That era was like, it was like amazing. Like Ruthless Aggression and Attitude Era was amazing. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brock, yeah, stuff like that. So yeah, so Deku. So this is gonna bleed into this what if, so take care of it, so don't get angry about it. So yeah, Deku like regular, like Asta, he like does like a workout and stuff like that. Bakugo even tries to bully him, and Deku doesn't give a shit about it, and he just like does his work. And Bakugo is like Bakugo gets tired of it, so he's like, no matter what I do, this guy is unwavering. So Bakugo may not show it, but Bakugo kind of respects him and thinks it like that kid is unwavering. Like Yuno thinks of Asta as his rival, but he doesn't show much emotion. But Bakugo shows a lot of emotion, but he doesn't show his true emotion, that he respects the tenacity of our boy Izuku Midoriya, Deku. So yeah, Bakugo is like that, and so the situation where it's the last day of school and they're like, well, I know what you guys gonna do. The teacher says, you guys gonna become heroes, and he throws the paper and everybody's like flicking their corks away. And then speaking of heroes, Bakugo says like, I think all of you will be lucky to become a sidekick of some D-lister. I am the real deal. I will become the next number one. I will become the biggest hero ever. And like the teacher, oh, Bakugo, I heard you're gonna apply for UA High. Oh, you'd be lucky. You'd be happy to know that your friend Izuku Midoriya is also applying for UA High. Sorry, burped. So yeah, Bakugo is like, he's just like, he does make a grunt, constipated grunt. He doesn't like, he's worthless loser. He doesn't do that because it's like, and he's just like, people like him should not apply for that because he doesn't have any cork. But he doesn't like a DICK, like the original timeline. He just like wants like Deku to be safe and stuff like that. And he says like, oh, we shall see who becomes the number one. Yeah, Bakugo is a tsundere. Yeah, what the hell? Why have I never thought about it? Bakugo is a tsundere, a male tsundere. Bakugo is like Muwe, Bakasta, Shidasta, Stupidasta, Bakasta. Bakugo is like no. Revolution, the Eureka moment. Bakugo is male tsundere. Bakugo is male. No, I'm not gonna ship them. I'm not gonna ship Deku and Bakugo here. That's just weird. That's just super weird. Okay, that's just super weird. So, like the whole incident, Deku taking the shortcut and going through the tunnel, going underneath the tunnel happens, and the sludge villain is trying to like attack him. And as soon as like the sludge villain is attacking him, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna die, but I have to become the hero. I have to become the number one hero. And he tries to struggle, and the sludge villain says, boy, kid, you are pretty strong. You're pretty strong for a boy. He's have difficulties, and in his mindscape, he sees Asta with like Lith, the devil. That is the anti-magic devil, the Lick, and Asta there, and he's like, Lick is like, boy, take my power. It is weird. It's now even more weird because the voice actor for Lick in the anime series, in the Black Clover anime series, is the same voice actor from Bakugo. That's weird. Why did? Now that I think about it, it's like, boy, take away my power and use it. Asta is like, everything's gonna be okay. Just do it. Yeah, just do it. So yeah, like there was like an anti-magic aura around like Deku, and since he doesn't have any grimoire, the anti-magic grimoire wouldn't come, and there wouldn't be any sword or stuff like that. But he picks up a stick, a metal pipe, not a stick, metal pipe, and it becomes like coated with anti-magic aura, and it literally looks like the Asta's demon like Slayer sword, the big one. That is the first sword that Asta got, the Demon Slayer sword. Yeah, like the one in the thumbnail. He gets a sword like that, but with his anti-magic aura. It's not the sword. He essentially makes a sword made of his anti-cork aura. He's like swinging it, and he's like he got the sword and he's like swinging it, and it's heavy. Although it's made of energy, but it's heavy, dense energy, and he like puts it in the ground, and he's like doing a scream. He does a scream like that, and everybody's like scared of, like, the sludge villain is like, holy shit, what are you, kid? And he's like, as like he trying to put more of his like sludge onto him, it dissipates. He's just literally cancelling the cork, and slowly he's like, you can't beat me, and he's like slicing through, and he's like, black slash. Yeah, it's black bull thirst. So he does that, like he does like a thirsting motion, and the sludge villain literally becomes human again, because his cork is literally dissipated 100%, and he's like aura, like I'm gonna give like Deku an aura that is kind of like armor. I know it's not Black Clover, and that is not how Asta works, but it's my what if. But I like Berserk. He's gonna be like Berserk's cast, it's gonna be like Guts, like Berserker armor, kinda looks like that, but it's cool with the cape and stuff, but it's entirely made of like aura, and he's like, oh, he can't control it, and he's like, and he just loses it, and he is just now like, he loses the aura instantaneously, and he like is falling, and as he's falling, he like, since he has the metal pipe on his hand, he uses that and stop himself not falling, and he's like gasping for air. He's like, so I have my cork. Yes, I'm not corkless anymore. Yes, but what is my cork does? So it literally cancels out the cork. It's like Eraserhead's cork, but I have a cork, like anti-cork aura, and like Liebe, not Liebe, it's Lick. Not Lick, it's Liebe, sorry, yeah, it's Liebe. The anti-magic devil's name is Liebe. Yeah, Lick is the elf. Oh, I should do what? Deku has the power of Liebe. Lick also, sorry for the noise, but I'm gonna do Lick also, and I'm gonna do also, I think Lick, that's a good idea. Elf swords, yeah. But essentially, like, Deku has that like anti-magic, not anti-cork aura, and Liebe, the demon, explains to him, like, your cork is anti-cork for aura. It's essentially, if you cover any area with if you fill any area with your cork, all the corks will be nullified. Doesn't matter even if it's a mutant cork, because like the sludge villain cork, it's a mutant cork, and even it got nullified. So it's like oh, pretty cool. So it's like, so yes, you can become the Wizard King, and Liebe is like, wrong universe, bro, wrong universe. And it's like, yes, you can become the #1 hero. Believe it. Why am I saying Naruto stuff? But I mean, you know how Asta is like, Asta. Yeah, Asta is like that. Yeah, is like annoying. Deku is gonna be a little bit annoying too, too optimistic, a little bit optimistic too. So yeah, it's like that. And All Might comes, and All Might is like, hey kid, have you seen the sludge villain? And Deku points him to a man unconscious, a naked man unconscious, and he's like, that's your sludge villain right there. And All Might is like, no, that's just a weird, creepy naked man. What are you pointing to? He's like, I used my cork on him. It's anti-cork force field. That's my cork. I can nullify everyone's cork. But the nullification will last for certain time. After that, it will come to normal. As he's saying this, the leg of that man is turning into sludge, and All Might is like, kid, you have an amazing cork. That is just amazing. Like, you dealt with a very dangerous villain. And Deku is like, thank you, All Might. And I have your autograph. And All Might like autographs him, and he's like, oh kid, you're not looking right. Do you need something? Do you want me to drop you to your home? And Deku's like, no, I'll be alright. I just need some magnolia juice. Yeah, Asta, he drinks some kind of juice which tastes weird, so he's gonna drink some protein shake, yeah, from his pocket. It's Deku. It's a protein shake. He's like, oh, I feel wonderful, like Popeye. Like Popeye eats his spinach and he becomes all strong. Deku becomes like that with his protein shake. Yeah, I'm just making it funny and weird. So he drinks that and he's like, oh, I'm wonderful. He's like, oh, I have to work, I have to do push-up, and he does like push-ups in front of him, like 100 push-ups like in a minute, and All Might is like, okay, kid, it seems you're good, but I'm off to doing hero stuff. Bye-bye. And Asta is like, oh, not Asta, Deku is like, All Might, I just want to ask you something really, really soon. Please let me hear. Please let me say that to you too. Please. And All Might is like, oh, kid, okay, say what you want to say. And he was like, I just unlocked my cork right now, and my cork seems to be anti-cork. Do you think I can be a good hero? And All Might is like, well, you just unlocked your cork today, so you must be a late bloomer. Yeah, sure, kid, you're definitely gonna be a very powerful hero. And Asta asks, what about I want to become the #1 hero in the whole wide world, even surpassing you? What is the best way to do that? And All Might says to him, the best way to do that is to become stronger. Doesn't matter how you can, doesn't matter how you will, but just become stronger. So yeah, Deku essentially like works like he's like, okay, the best way to become strong is the best way to become the #1 hero is to get stronger. Becomes the strongest. And Deku is like, okay, All Might, I have one favor to ask you. Please train me. I want to use my cork. And All Might is like, sure, kid. Meet me at Deku Beach tomorrow in the morning. And Deku like shakes his hand with All Might and is like, thank you, All Might. I wouldn't let you down. Now, because of this, I'm happy. I'm gonna do 500 push-ups. And he proceeds to do 500 push-ups, and All Might is like, this kid is weird, but he has a good heart. He's good. So yeah, essentially what happens in this part or in this timeline is like in the last part we found out that Deku is essentially he's like he's like training with All Might in the Dagover Village, and so Deku has like a anti-cork force field, and whatever weapons or armors he will have, he's gonna have the cork dampening armor in the future. He has like a anti-cork aura, which essentially he can combine it with any kind of like metal or material and become like that. He can become like the dark berserker armor Deku. Yeah, and hey, by the way, is this what do you guys think of, like, what if Deku had the Berserker armor from Guts? Berserk is one of my favorite, like, manga of all time. I love the Kentaro Miura sensei's work. I mean, the late Kentaro Miura sensei's work. He's just that amazing and that brilliant. I mean, honestly, Berserk is like one of my, like, to me, Berserk is one of the best dark fantasy ever throughout all the medium. Yeah. So that aside, like, Deku, since he's gonna be like Asta's, he's gonna have anti-magic, so he's gonna have like Asta's traits, and he's gonna be like super hyperactive. So he's gonna, like, throughout the whole training period, he's gonna all he will do, he's gonna do like combat training, like weapons training, like how to fight with sword, spear, bow stuff. Yeah, we're not gonna give him just sword. He's gonna be like a weapon fighter expert, and like he's gonna like he's gonna get some of the Asta's like moveset, like Black Meteorite. Yeah, he's gonna get that, and he's also gonna get like the Black Slash, where he will like slash his opponent. Yeah, so and also he's gonna get like since in this timeline I'm not gonna give him like Cork, so he's not gonna get like the other swords like Demon Destroyer, like Demon Dweller and Demon Slayer. He already has Demon Slayer. He's not gonna have like Demon Destroyer, Demon Dweller, and Demons Slasher sword. Because if I gave him all of these swords, it's just Demon Slayer's sword's ability is to cut through magic, and it can also reflex magic. Like if hits the magic with the blunt side of the sword, the Demon Dweller sword can literally suck any magic, and then like he can like project it like a slash. Yeah, then there comes the demon. Then there comes the third sword that can like literally like sever any, like that can like cure any curse or any. It's so OP that it can even like cure like reincarnation magic or like curse magic. So that's, and the fourth sword is just the Yami sword, which is like coated with anti-magic. That is epic too. But like the second and the third sword, if I give him that, I mean, like imagine Bakugo or Todoroki throws a gigantic fire blast at him, and he just like sucks it up, and you just like a fire slash, ice slash. I mean, yeah, that's just too damn OP, and that's just like pointless. So through this timeline, Deku is gonna get like all powerful with his, like, he's gonna be a physical specimen monster. He's gonna be like that, like Arnold Schwarzenegger if he ate 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger, but kid size, only 15 years. He's gonna be ripped, hella ripped, and he's gonna like do lifting and stuff like that, and he's gonna be like weapons master. So I'm gonna give him like, he can like slice through cork, he can cut through cork, and he can also like push back cork. And I'm gonna take a little bit of like liberty here, and I'm gonna like put an armor on Deku, so he won't be affected by cork at all. So yeah, it's gonna, because I mean, come on, there are some other corks that might affect him. So he's gonna have anti-cork. So obviously it's kind of like anti-magic, but it's anti-cork, like anti-cork aura. So he's gonna go through that, and he's gonna also like enter for the entrance exam. And as the exam comes, he is not gonna be clumsy, and he's gonna be like, yes sure, I will do that. Yeah, you know, Asta being Asta. So he like, there are some robots, they're like robots are like trying to fire at him, and he's like dodging him. He's like he picks up robots, like destroyed robots, like a part of it, which is kind of like a big giant shield, and he uses that as like reflection. And every time like somebody misses their cork, like somebody like can't target the robot properly, Deku would go there and use that flow to destroy their robot. That's why how he got like a lot of points. And he also like he's also like physically strong. He literally like lifts the robots and throws one to another, and he can punch them, and he can also kick them and destroy them. I mean, come on, Asta is like a physical beast. I mean, so why not Deku? They will be physically beasty too. So yeah, I mean, that guy can literally do like 500 push-ups, 300 push-ups, and he drinks milk and drinks plenty of juice every day. So he's not gonna be Saitama level. Oh, that's a nice what if Deku was Saitama, but he's still gonna be OP as hell. So Deku is gonna like cover through all of that, and the 0 point robot will come. And when the 0 point robot will come, and there's like on his like mindscape, the Liebe and Asta is like, we have to protect her. Deku's like, yeah, I know, right? And his Liebe is like, well, how about this, kid? We will lend you some of our power. And the overwhelming aura of like anti-cork is like coursing through his like body, and literally like he grows the demonic wing that Black Asta has. So he's gonna grow like that, and he picks up like a small metal pipe, which turns out to become like the humongous black divider, humongous. And like the robot is like blasting through like lasers and stuff like that, and he literally like uses his sword as like a tennis racket, and like literally like flings it back to the robot, and this destroys like a good portion of robot, but robot is still trying to reform it. This nanotechnological robot, yeah, it's good. And he's like, Black Divider, and he like creates like a humongous sword that is like the size of like what Lumiere, the first Wizard King, used to vanquish the anti-magic, the devil, in the prequel. And so he uses like that size, and he literally like cuts it in half. And after he cuts it half, he does like a superhero, he does like a pose where his sword shrinks a little bit, and he's like in front of the camera, and in the background of it the whole robot explodes, and he like gets hold of Uraraka and flies back to safety. And President Mike is like, yeah, the exam is done. All you future student and all you people that will fail, wait and go to your home and wait for the result, and the result will come. Yeah, study out. Yeah, President Mike is President Mike. So that happens, Deku gets in, and Deku also gets the rescue point. He's not the number one in terms of like score, because I mean, he's gonna become OP. Asta didn't become OP right away. Asta became OP gradually. Deku is gonna become OP too, but gradually, not like right away OP. So he's gonna like go through his days, and he's gonna like the whole orientation stuff like that. I was like, get your ass into the sports ground. We're not gonna have orientation. We are class hero 1A. We don't have time for that kind of shit. And the people are like, okay, by the way, if you don't get your ass down there, I will expel you guys. So I didn't say that, but might as well have reacted like that. So So they throw the ball to Bakugo, and Bakugo throws it, and he throws it pretty high, like 800 or 700 meter, I don't know. And they throw it to Deku, and he is like, okay, so I can use whatever I want. Okay, so he just like thinks of his like body, and he, by the way, Deku has ki here too, like the ki that Asta has, because Asta has taught him. So he has that, and there's like a tornado of aura. It's like dark and mysterious and evil aura coming from him, and there's like a silhouette of a devil behind of him. Which ironically sounds like Bakugo, because Bakugo and Libe, they share the same voice actor, which is odd. And Libe, and both of them are like tsundere. Libe is also a tsundere, and Bakugo is like a tsundere, but rival tsundere. This is just blowing my mind. So yeah, so after the whole incident, like Deku has like an aura surrounding him, and he throws the ball like little bit upward, and he creates like a demon dweller sword with his aura, and he just like flings it how he flinged it like at the initiation ceremony in Black Clover, when Magna threw the fireball at him. He threw that too, and he just flings it back to the sky, and it gets to like up to like 1 kilometer, and everybody's like, Baku is like, what, Nani, why is this kid like, I mean, Bakugo still respects him, but it's like, but his power is too weird. But Deku, he doesn't have any power. Did he just have brute strength? And like, as before taking the swing, he would like stiff his muscle, and all of his veins will bulge up, and on his veins there will be other veins that is bulging up, like what happened to Vegeta, like Super Saiyan Vegito, when the Super Buu was inside of him, or inside of them. So essentially that happens, and he just like flings it, and it's just everybody's like weirded out by like everybody's like weirded out by like, what the hell, is it brute strength or is it something else? Okay, retcon here. He's not gonna use his anti-cork aura. He's just gonna use his brute strength. And so it's like, whoa, that guy probably has like a minor super strength cork or something like that. So it's something like it goes like that, and Deku is like Deku gets pretty well. I mean, in the physical portion of exam, he's gonna be pretty well. He's not gonna be number 1, but he's gonna be like top 5 or top 6. Yeah, let's say he's like 7th or 6th position. So yeah, but after that, like nobody gets eliminated, or nobody gets expelled, because Aizawa just said it for the shits and giggles, because he's like, psych, April Fools, guys. Yeah, and after that, like, whole incident, then the whole USJ arc happens, and this is where shit's about to go down, because the villains, as the villains attack, his powers, like Deku uses his like anti-cork power rather like beautifully, like all the mutant cork, even the cork that is like blasting stuff in there, he just like and does the black hurricane, and all of them are like the whole incident, like where there's like he Suyu and Minata is in the shipwreck area. All of them are like done within like 2 seconds. They're like done. He does a black hurricane, but instead of with a sword, he does it with a bow staff. Because remember, Deku is a weapons marshal, like weapons expert. Like he can fight with any weapon, anytime, anywhere. And he does like I guess like black hurricane with a bow staff, which has like a circular motion, would be amazingly glorious. So he does like a black hurricane, and all of them are like done for. Yeah, they're done for. And so after that, and by the way, he creates weapon through his anti-cork aura. Okay, hang on. Yeah, and he like anti-Cork, and he does that like really, really good, and he like beats them up, and he's like, since he's like Asta, so he has like superior speed and agility. Is that because I mean, come on, Asta is like a beast incarnate when it comes to like physical ability. He's like, that boy is strong, hugely strong. So he gets there, and he sees like the whole Aizawa is like beaten to the ground, and he's like, I will take care of you, yeah, stop hurting my teacher. And like Kurogiri, he tries to blast like a portal, and Asta in this instance like creates like a big giant like what's this called? Okay, he's gonna have like his demon destroyer sword, and he's gonna cut through Kurogiri's portals. They're just like gone, they just disappear because he has like anti-Cork. It's like, oh, what? And like then Shigaraki touches him, nothing happens. It's like, Cork doesn't have any effect on me, I nullify all Cork. So you're like this guy, I'm better than him. By this guy he meant Eraserhead. I'm better than him, I don't need no eyes, I have this aura, that will do. He creates like a there's like a super saiyan like yelling, and there's like an explosion of aura, and that is anti-magic is blasting through, and there's like a huge tornado of it. And behold, like when the tornado when the tornado is like gone for, because there's like some metal and scrap here and there, and they together along with his anti-Cork aura creates like a huge, like it creates like a armor that is like anti-Cork armor, anti-Cork berserker armor. Yes, anti-Cork berserker armor. It kind of looks like the armor that Asta is having right now in the manga. Sorry for spoilers. With the wings behind of him, and carrying his like demon destroyer sword with one hand, and he's like foaming on his mouth, and he's like yelling, I will eat you, I will destroy you all. Because Liebe is in the control, and Liebe is like demonic substance. Sorry, that hurt the shit out of my voice. So like, and he goes through it because he has like wings, so he's like literally bodying people left and right. He like cuts Shigaraki, like Asta's sword doesn't actually cut here, so he's not gonna cut here too, but he's gonna like literally like brutally like beat him so hard that he's gonna be out like unconscious. Then the whole thing with Kurogiri, he just literally like nullifies his Cork to so much point that he literally like cures him. Kurogiri becomes Shirakumo. Manga spoilers again, but he becomes Shirakumo, which you will see in the next episode that is coming in the anime for you anime watchers. So he becomes like Shirakumo, and they're like, what the hell? And like, I mean, Aizawa is like, what? I thought you died. And Shirakumo is like exhausted, and all the other Nomus, they are like reverted into human beings. Like all the effects of the Cork, they're like gone, and all the thing that is like gone, that is like in this state, if Deku nullifies someone's Cork, they just stay unless Deku wants them to revert back to there. So Deku just like wrecks shit left and right, and like the Nomu whole incident with Nomu tries to attack him, but I mean, he just like literally like beats the shit out of Nomu. Like all the punches that Nomu does, since because his body is enhanced by the Cork, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't affect him, and he has an armor, so it doesn't affect him either that way too. And he just like cuts him through, and he just like reverts back to a regular human being. And all the Nomus that were turned into him, and they're like they gain consciousness, and they're like, thank you. And Deku is like, and he's like yelling that, and he loses consciousness, and he just falls back, and All Might comes and he picks up and like, you did good, kid, you did good, you did amazingly good, kid, you did amazingly good. So Deku is like taken back to like recovery girl, and he's like going to recovery, and Deku has like amazing recovery. He like recovers very, very quickly, and all of the students, they're like, whoa, Deku is like really strong. He can like, he literally can like anyone with a quirk, he's their natural counter. He's like the natural counter for every quirk there is. For every quirk there is. They're like scared of him. They're like, holy shit, this boy is like powerful. We're glad that this guy is on our side. So this is where we're gonna left off. This is part 2. What if Deku had anti-magic? Yeah, we're gonna leave like part 2. We're gonna have part 3. We're gonna cover the whole like sports festival. Yeah, normally I don't do that. We're gonna do that sports festival and other stuff. So the last time when we were left off, like Deku fought off the Nomu in the USJ arc, and everybody was like, whoa, we're glad he's on our side, because he wrecked shit badly. Like, he wrecked them hard. Our boy, he wrecked people hard, really hard. So he has like anti quirk essentially. Here his anti-magic like transforms into anti-quirk. He essentially can nullify every quirk there is, even mutant quirks too. So yeah, he's like the ultimate, like he's like the ultimate counter to All for One. So we're gonna do like the sports festival arc. In the sports festival arc, I mean, like the original timeline where Asta is like a behemoth of human monstrosity, like pinnacle of human strength and agility. Yeah, Deku is gonna be kind of like that too. He drinks his Magoi juice, and he's just like going like all 200. Come on, it's Deku. He's gonna go there, because it's extremely like Asta is like extremely like, he's like amazingly strong, like strength wise, like just like power to power, like pure power strength wise, he's like extremely strong. So yeah, Deku is gonna have like similar strength too. So he's gonna clear the whole like area, like he's gonna scream, and he's gonna clear it. He's just gonna clear it with his brute force. Yeah, he's just gonna clear it with his brute force. But I'm still gonna give him some technique. Like after the time skip, Asta could use his like demon slayer sword as like a broom, and he can fly with it on top of it like a surfboard, like a surfboard. Yeah, Asta will create something like that. He will create like a anti-quirk surfboard, and he will like surf on it when he has to like travel through the trenches. Yeah, he will essentially surf on it, and it's like, I can do that for it. But there's like a limitation to it, because if he does it for too much, it's gonna strain his body, which he doesn't want to do it. So in the cavalry battle, like nobody wants to be with Asta, so he's like, so what, I'm gonna do it alone. So, and he does it alone, and like he just like creates his demon wings, like his like devil union mode level wings, and he just goes like up, and he's like and he just like destroys like people back and forth with his like anti-quirk swords and bow staffs. Yeah, he has anti-quirk bow staffs. He essentially can make any kind of weapon with his anti-quirk. Like he makes like anti-quirk like a lot of weapons, like anti-quirk bow staffs, anti-quirk like mallet anti-cork hammers, anti-cork like maces. Yeah, maces would be too high, but mallets, yeah, like non-lethal weapon. He doesn't want to kill them, so yeah, he makes that. So after that, like the battle with like Shinsho happens, and Shinsho tries to brainwash him, and Deku is like, oh, I don't have any cork, but yet I have the power to relinquish cork. Yeah, like Shinsho tries to like hijack his brain. That doesn't happen. He just beats the shit out of Shinjo. And after Shinjo, there's like there's like Todoroki. Like him and Todoroki, the battle goes like really similar, but he doesn't get bust up. He just uses like black tornado, and he just rips through all the like ice, and Todoroki, like out of like desperation, uses his fire side, ice side together. He's just like on a rip, and like he's essentially like ripping and shredding. He's like a Beyblade. Yeah, it's like Beyblade of Doom, and he's just crushing everything, and he just like rips through Todoroki and like hits him with a sword, like a baseball bat swing on his abdomen, and he just like flings Todoroki right out of the arena, and Todoroki is like knocked out, and everybody's like, what? And Endeavor is like, Shoto! No. I had to do it. Okay, I had to do it because it was cool to do. Oh yeah. Okay, so essentially after that whole incident, like people are like, whoa, what is this kid made of? He's like ripping and shredding through all of all of us, and some people are like, what the hell, man? And so after that, like Deku wins, like Asta wins, Deku wins, and after that he goes to like, in the final match it's Bakugo versus him, and I mean, come on, he wins. He just uses like black meteor. Yeah, he uses like a black meteor with a bow staff, and he just knocks the shit out of like Bakugo, and like with like it's like an upward slash, like an upward, not a slash. It's like an like from up to downward slash. Yeah, it's like a strike, and he's just like, but with the bow stuff, because he doesn't want to kill that guy. He's just like, whoa, what the hell? And he's just done for. I mean, he can't use his cork, and he's just done for. One cool thing, he uses his like berserker armor, like anti-cork armor, when he's like using his cork, because it was like armor activated, and he just like brutally like he just like he if he wanted, he could have like brutally mangled Bakugo, but he didn't, because our boy Deku, he's a good guy. Yeah, good guy. So like the whole like sports arc that happens, and he wins, and it's just like he just wins, and he gets a lot of acknowledgement. That's it. That's I mean, he deserves it. Our boy Deku deserves that. Yeah, doesn't he? He worked hard. He's like a beefcake who works out a lot. Yeah, he works out like extremely a lot, and so he deserves all the fame and admirations and stuff like that. And after that, we're gonna go and do the like he's gonna have his work studies with Gran Torino and stuff like that, and he's gonna learn how to use his like cork, not his cork, like his anti-magic throughout his body. Like he could like okay, here we're gonna make something cool. We're gonna make him learn ki from Gran Torino, and he's gonna learn how to access his own inner strength, his own anti-magic field with his like ki, and he could like control the flow of it, and he's not like wild. He can control it a little bit better, which is like cool. And he's like he could like output like humongous swords. Like he could make like gigantic swords, like which are like humongous like skyscrapers. Yeah, he's gonna be like that, because I mean, I'm gonna make him OP. I like how my character's OP, so I'm gonna make him like super OP. And after that, he's gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna like cut through a lot of like the villains, like all of the Nomus. He's gonna cut through like all of the Nomus, and he's gonna like rescue Ida from Stain also, because why not? He have keys, so he can sense so where are people, and he can sense like individual person, and if they're in like in trouble or not, or if they're in distress or not. Yeah, but like the original timeline, Endeavor obviously gets the credit because he's the hero and Deku is not the actual hero, and people are stupid, so he's gonna like get his provisional license. I don't want to cover that arc because that's just one of the most boring arc. I don't like it at all. So after that, like a whole incident, like where like in the forest arc, yeah, he does phenomenally, like amazingly well in the forest arc. He just like but in the he beats Muscular. Obviously he's just gonna like curve stop Muscular. He's gonna like anti-magic gauntlet, and he's gonna have like gauntlets, like bare knuckle big ass gauntlets, and he's gonna beat the shit out of Muscular with that. And after that, like he's gonna protect Kota, and he's gonna fly with with his demonic anti-magic wing, and he's gonna fly to the camp. And after that, he's gonna like after that, what he will do is essentially he will fight with like all the other villains, like Moonfish, Mustards, and like Darby and stuff like that. He's gonna like capture a lot of villains, but still Bakugo is gonna get captured because he's gonna have to rescue, and he will send like Bakugo. He will sense Bakugo's like location from the villain organization, and he's gonna like, okay, no need to do that. Bakugo is there. I can feel his aura, feel his ki, and we're gonna attack that. And he attacks there. Like he doesn't even let he doesn't even let the pro heroes know. It's gonna be like Kirishima and like Ida and Momo and him. They're gonna attack, and he's gonna fight all for one publicly, because he's gonna like almost like because he is the one who put Shigaraki in the jail, so all for one is coming for him, like, you did this to my successor, you idiot kid. Yeah, and Deku is gonna like fight him. Like he's gonna take like a bunch of villains, and he's gonna like curve stop them, and Momo is gonna create like cork dampening like handcuffs, and she's gonna handcuff them, and Kirishima is gonna also fight. It's gonna be epic as cool. And like Ida is gonna like put on like cork dampening handcuffs to a bunch of like villains that Deku literally like knocked them with like Black Hurricane over and over, and he's gonna like cuff them like really fast, because he's the fastest out of this generation, so he's gonna do that. So in the live, so it's gonna fight, and the reporters will come because there's like smoke coming out, and like All For One is like trying to like literally like do everything that he did with All Might. He's gonna throw like big giga punches, his gigantic arm shockwaves, like tendrils, portals and stuffs like that. And like Deku is gonna like go through all of that. He's gonna like like he's gonna create like humongous swords, like anti-magic, anti-cork swords, which is like the size of like skyscrapers, like huge swords, the size that like when like the first Wizard King Lumiere used against the demon. But now he's gonna use like multiple of them. He's gonna he's gonna essentially imagine he's gonna pin All For One with like humongous swords, like from multiple angles. He just like tries to throw it, and All For One like dodges it, and he throws like in four swords in 4 different like direction, and it's like bingo, got you. And he creates something like that. He motions his finger, it's like, I got you, chains of darkness, and chains of like dark chains, and this will be like chains coming out of him, and it's gonna bind All For One. And Deku says like, All For One, you have ruined the balance of this world. No, that sounded Avatar. I'm gonna use that for like Avatar. My Avatar, what if? All For One, it's time to pay for your actions. And he creates like gigantic, like big, really, really big, like even way bigger mallet. And he's gonna beat the shit out of All For One with the mallet. He's gonna essentially like use his big ass like mallet of anti-cork, and he's gonna like literally swing it hard, and All For One is gonna fly up in the sky. And Deku spreads his wings, and he's gonna like travel way faster, and he's gonna literally like fly over to the other side, and he's gonna like swing at him again and again. So essentially Deku is gonna fly tennis with All For One in the sky by himself several times, like a lot of times, and people are like awestruck, and it's like, who the hell is this kid? And like one strike of them is like one of like, even like with just one strike, it's gonna be able to like render people like not corkless momentarily. So since Deku is gonna do that, he's gonna essentially erase, he has like cork erasing power too, because he evolved, okay, because it's my what if. He's gonna essentially erase all the corks All For One has eventually. Like he's gonna like hit him that much. So it is ironical that All For One will live, but as a corkless, because he who could like take cork and give cork, essentially he was like a guy who could take anybody's cork anytime he wanted, and he could have given anybody's cork to anybody he wanted. He's now corkless. Isn't that ironic? So Deku is gonna be like, that is your punishment, and people are like, whoa. So the Overhaul arc situation happens, and he like gets rid of Overhaul's cork too, because you did this to a child, and he's gonna do that. And after that, he's gonna like the Metal Liberation Army, like that's not even a problem. He's gonna like run them through like rather easy, because it's like, I mean, have you seen like Black Asta, like Black Meteor Asta, like the Asta with Devil Union mode, like complete Devil Union mode? He's OP. He could kill like upper echelon demons with one swing. He's like, he even surpassed Wizard King level, like first Wizard King level feats in a matter of seconds. If you read the manga, go read the manga, it's amazing, by the way. So he can do that, like he can do this kind of stuff like rather easily, and he will be doing that kind of stuff rather easily. He's gonna like curb storm them all, and he's gonna win, and he's gonna like usher a new age of peace and prosperity, and he's gonna become the next Wizard King. Oh no, wrong universe. He's gonna become the next symbol of peace, the #1 hero. And this is where we're gonna leave off part 3 and the series finale What if Deku had anti-magic? Yeah, so this is your host and host Kranti signing away and signing up and saying ta-ta, bye-bye, good job, goodbye, and subscribe, share, like, comment, and if you have any more ideas, please put them, and if you want to make me thumbnails, because I clearly suck at them, you could help me out and I will give you a shout out. Yeah, help me out for the shout out. That rhymed. And I love you guys, and if you want to check out some more of my content, explore the channel. There are music, anime what ifs, anime covers, some memes, cringe memes, and some metal memes too, so enjoy, have fun, explore my channel if you want to. And this is the host and the host Kranti signing off. Ta-ta, bye-bye once again, and love ya. Bye-bye. By the way, that's my neighbor who's making noise, who's living upstairs. I'm living in an apartment. Not a rich guy. Love ya. And sharing is caring, and subscribing means loving me back.